Hey, what's going on, yo? Now, in this video today, I'd like to speak with you guys about retention and why you should be doing it, or at the very least, why you shouldn't be doing it. I think it's easy for us to see this retention journey as the key to unlocking all the world's luxuries, to unlocking things like girlfriends, social connections, lots of friends, even things like, just having people come to us. And all that stuff is nice. And that stuff does come with the journey. You'll start to look better. You'll start to be more magnetic. You'll start to pull on people. You'll even start to use your words better. That's something I noticed. My mind sometimes, when I was a coomer, my imagination was dull. But now that I'm on retention, it's like I can see the words in my head before I even say them. It's very interesting. The imagination go berserk. But all these different things, these powers almost, that you unlock on retention, don't abuse them. And certainly don't seek to use them as a means of simply attracting others into your life. That should not be your ultimate purpose. That's the cherry on top. It's something nice that happens along the way, but it's not why you should be doing this. You should be on retention for yourself. For you and for God, really, if you're on that level. But to begin with, do it for you. Do it for your health. Do it to reset your mind. Do it so that you can grow stronger and achieve and accomplish everything that you ever dreamed. Back before I was on retention, I had so many dreams, so many things I would have liked to do. And yet, in the process of doing them, I found that I had not the ability. I had the mindset, or I had the vision, perhaps. I had the vision to do it, but I couldn't ever actualize it. I would try and rap, and I would listen back to my voice and be like, why does my voice sound like that? Why doesn't it sound like it sounds in my head? I'd try and do things like voice acting and be like, wow, like my voice, in my head I could do it, but out loud it just sounds weird. Now, when I hear my voice back, I can just appreciate the masculinity behind it. All I can do is respect, the power and the bass. Now, it sounds like it sounds in my head. It's funny. But it's the thing that was missing the whole time was retention. I look at my face and be like, I kind of look attractive, but I'm missing something. And in my head, I would look good, but if you've ever done things like psychedelics, it'll open your eyes. It'll totally, change your perspective. And you'll see things as they actually are. Take some mushrooms and look at your face in the mirror and you'll be like, oh my goodness, who am I? You know what I'm saying? It'll totally change your perspective on life. But that's off top. Your vision and perhaps, your side of yourself, if you're not on retention, it's not reality. You're convincing yourself of a lot of things. Once you get on retention, your eyes will open up. And you'll start to notice that you're not who you thought you were. But you can be that individual, that image of yourself that you had. And it's actualizing that image that should be your main priority. Becoming who you always knew you could be. Actualizing all those different dreams, those goals that you had. Becoming the man that you are inside. That should be the goal on retention. When you do retention to get a girlfriend, to attract friends into your life, your purpose, your focus, I should say, on this journey shifts. And now you're seeking things outside of yourself, which is the complete opposite of what you're trying to be doing on retention. You're supposed to be seeking this truth, this power that's within you. And then maybe once you get out into the world, that'll turn into a girlfriend. That'll turn into friends. But when you put the girl as the primary source of what you're trying to get, for example, just a girlfriend, and you're shooting your shot, you're trying to use that to attract girlfriends. Well, for one, let's say you do score, Here's the thing, when you shoot your shot, when you're the one to first shoot your shot, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're telling this girl that I desire you the most, I desire you, and you're not giving her any room to come want you. She may want you, but when you put her on the pedestal, she loses respect for you. Same thing with these people that you're trying to make as friends, you know what I mean? Going out and seeking a bunch of friends, They may find you desirable or attractive, but when you put them on the pedestal, you give them the power. You say, I want you, and you give them the power to decide whether or not they want you in their life. It should be the other way around, bro. You know what I'm saying? They should understand how powerful, how magnetic, how desirable you are, and simply naturally want to come to you. You know? It should be that simple. But when you make it into something where you are seeking others, you're giving them the power. You're handing over them. Oh, you're handing over your power to them. And that's not where you want to be. That's not the position you want to put yourself in. Again, it's a weakening state. It only depreciates your value. So, on this journey, put yourself at the primary. Put yourself as your priority. Focus on yourself. Focus on your growth. Focus on your improvement. Focus on actualizing your dreams and bringing your innermost self into reality. And in that regard, other people can do not but find you attractive. Whether or not they come to you, you'll see it. You'll start to notice, especially if you were ever someone who, wasn't getting it, people to like them. You might have been weird or something in high school. You might have been, undesirable to most people. Bruh, trust me, if you're doing this in high school, that'll completely change. That'll completely flop around. I mean, goodness gracious. If you're doing this in high school and you're stepping into high school with this kind of power, bruh, the girls are going to flock to you. You'll just say something in class and they'll be, start giggling. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Like, it's funny because I'm in college and they're doing the same thing, bro. I don't even got to say anything funny. Bro, I don't even got to say anything funny. Like, we'll just be talking about, like, what's the name of the piece that we're doing? I'll be like, The Business. And some girl will be, The Business. What was funny about that? Nothing. But she found it funny because it was her natural instinct to just giggle and laugh at what a masculine man says. Man, I'll say something in class, and again, won't even be that funny. Or here, I'll laugh at something that just, maybe other people wouldn't have found that funny, but personally I did. You know what I mean? And just kind of laugh at it real quick. And then everyone else around me start laughing too. It's like, you just become a natural leader, bro. People start to follow your example. And that's what you should be seeking, versus trying to follow other people's example, going to other people on this journey. You're going outside yourself, and that's the primary sin of not being on retention. Seeking things outside of yourself, because when your energy is low, when your spirituality especially is low, you're going to be seeking that elsewhere. And so, like I'll be sitting in class and it's at the end of the day, Like, I've been through 3 classes already, and I'm sitting but I still have energy, bro. I might need some jerky or drink some water or something, but I'm still chilling in class. I got energy. And I see other guys around me, they got to bang an energy drink. They got to have an energy drink with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang. Like, this is like seeking energy outside yourself because you don't have it to make it all the way through the day. Or, for example, I was a big weed toker, bro. I was seeking spirituality outside of myself. And here's the thing, bro. Once you get deep enough in on retention, you'll have to stop smoking weed. You'll have to stop doing all these different things because your inner spirituality, that you have an inner high. You have just trust, if you've never gotten high and been on psychedelics, you won't really know what I'm talking about, but there's a certain HD-ness that pops in whenever you get on psychedelics. It just the world just starts glowing, and just every color becomes more vibrant. Everything just seems a little more animated, and that's what happens on retention, bro. And that made me realize, because once you get 2-3 weeks in, everything just starts glowing. The world just becomes just more beautiful, more HD. And I realized that same thing I was seeking from psychedelics, that same effect, that same glow and good feel that I was seeking from marijuana, that was really just I was trying to replace that because I was cooming all the time. I was trying to find that, you know what I'm saying? When I first smoked, I was like, I found it. When I first did psychedelics, I was like, yes, I found it. Nah, bruh, I found a temporary it. That only lasts for a certain amount of time, and usually there's a come down. Usually there's a consequence for doing that thing. Versus when you're on retention and you're glowing and you're high off your own natural life force, high on life, you literally just glow. You find that energy, that power from within you, and you always feel good. You always see the world in HD. There is no come down. There is no fall off. You're powered off your own energy. It's innermost spirituality. So it's again seeking these energy sources, these ways of feeling good outside of ourselves. Be that from a girlfriend, be that from friends, be that from drugs, whatever that may be. It's not the way. And in fact, that way only ever leads to you seeking more of that. Versus when you're on retention, you will always be fulfilled. So get in deep on this journey, my friends. And don't put other people as a priority. Don't put other people at the center of your journey. Make sure that you are doing it for yourself, your gains, your improvement, your mindset, your health, and accomplishing your goals. And if your goal is to get a girlfriend, hey, that might come in time. But make sure that all the other goals, like self-improvement and self-growth, those should come first. All right. Take care, y'all. Peace.